Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's update. It should be Monday, March 18th. I don't know if a nope is going to flash on the screen here, but hopefully it's Monday, March 18th. I am back in Colorado Springs, coming to you from my home office here, and just got back from Tucson at the Association of Financial Technologies conference. That was really good. Spent a lot of time with my friends Gizio. Really met a lot of other people who I think are going to be some good contacts. It was all around a good conference, and I thank Elizabeth for pushing me towards that. And met with William H. Mills, which is a big marketing company, and they really wanted to hear my story about Five and what we're doing. And so be meeting with them this coming week in Tampa to talk about perhaps them working with us on the marketing platform for Five, since it's really growing. The other thing that happened was a large blizzard hit my home. We had 5 and 6 foot drifts. We're still shoveling out. They closed all the highways. We lost power. And yeah, generally was exciting in one way and scary in many others. But we're here, and that is still done now and on the other side of it. So with that in mind, I'll be leaving for Tampa tomorrow. And so I'll be meeting with our innovation group. We call it the Innovation Club. And so I know that a lot of you don't know what the Innovation Club is because you're new. So I thought I would just give you a quick primer on it. When Ed, Tom, and Elliot and I left our jobs to form Big, one of the prophecies or ideas that we had was we realized that credit unions really had an urge or want to innovate. But the challenge is that life got in the way. They really weren't set up for it. And so many of them had tried, and they had tried things like a budget, and hey, let's come up with some innovative ideas. And sure, some things came out of it, but a few things that they didn't think about was one, most everybody has a day job. Two, it's a lot of work. There are things that go into it like patents and or patent research. What happens if you do get something out the door? How do you care and feed for it for long term? And we saw an opportunity to say, hey, maybe Big could be your innovation arm. We were well known at WRG as being an innovative group and had lots of ideas. And we thought maybe we could sell this. And we did. And we were able to attract some of the largest credit unions in the country to join us in what we call the Innovation Club. So the Innovation Club consists currently of Vision Credit Union out of New York, Virginia American Credit Union out of Virginia, Corning up in Corning, New York. We've got Suncoast, which is right there in Tampa. We've got a group called OTS. OTS actually represents 3 really big credit unions. Bethpage, which is, for those of you that didn't know, Kirk Kordoleski, that's his alma mater. He was the CEO of that organization for a long time and grew it to an incredible size as well as an incredible organization in terms of how it runs. He also was the guy that formed OTS. And then there's State Employees Credit Union out of Baltimore, Maryland, which serves obviously state employees out there. Really big credit union, so those 3. And then finally, one of our best partners, Desert Financial. So all of those credit unions, we meet, we talk, we send things out, and we try to bring in informative subjects that really drive innovation. So once a quarter we meet. The previous meeting, we had an incredible meeting with a group out in Texas that Elizabeth put together. It had Roger Grimes. We talked about quantum computing. If you've not done any research on that, you should. It's pretty impressive. We had some other folks come out and talk to us about social bearing. And crypto, obviously I brought that up. So every time we meet, we try to put together topics and things that are going to help us sort of drive innovation for them. We do reports, white papers, we bring people together, we bring customers, and occasionally we build products. As a matter of fact, Five and CU Ledger both came out of the Innovation Club. So for those of you that didn't know what that is, that's what it is. If you have questions, you're free to ask Ed, myself, especially Elizabeth and Kirk. They really do a lot of work on that. Finally, I wanted to talk about Charles Rodriguez, who went to Sim Central, which I mentioned in my last video. The Scimitar folks get together, and people who run it have these user groups, and they allow vendors to come, which Charles was there. I asked him to shoot some video. I have not seen where I'm about to roll. That could be dangerous, but I trust Charles, so I'm going to ask that we play that video right now. I'm looking forward to seeing it myself. So let's roll the Sim Central cuts from Charles while he was out there.
What's up, everyone? So we just got, I just got set up for Sim Central. Here's our booth. Looks just clean, minimalistic, which is nice. Here's some of the other ones. Everyone is just getting set up and they're just waiting for the attendees to come in, but I thought that I would show what we're doing over here in Chicago. So my friend Jessica here, she was willing to do just a quick 30-second interview on just some questions that, some things that she's got going on at Jefferson. And I just wanted to know, Jessica, what are some things that you're working on with regards to, let's say, data analytics?
Yeah, for us, the biggest thing is trying to use our data, that we have tons of data, and just trying to figure out what our true membership looks like, what members are actually the most profitable, what can we do strategically to enhance our services to target those members for us.
Do you guys have right now like any sort of strategy that you work off of, or just trying to, do you have anything like that, a roadmap or a strategy you work off, or is that something that you're kind of just diving into and trying to figure out?
We're just scratching the surface with that, so
yeah. Well, you're in the same boat as like most other credit unions, by the way. What about voice? Do you use Alexa or Google at home?
Yeah, I love it. I have little ones running around, and so being able to do stuff hands-free is amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
What about for the credit union? Do you see something that this would be value to your members, to the membership, or how do you see that would value the members in any way?
I think I see us using it. I think that would be awesome. I don't know that we've discussed it yet. It's definitely the forefront of technology.
Yeah.
But,
if you could have it your way, what would it do for you, for your members?
Just simple money transfers.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like my parents are really getting into Alexa and things like that.
Yeah.
So I could see them using it. And
Yeah.
I live out of state, so sometimes we transfer between us, and that would be really easy to just do it without having to log in. Yeah.
Alexa, transfer $100 from my account to my mom's account.
It's amazing. Like cooking dinner, done.
You guys put on a great conference. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So that was Charles at one of our first bigger conferences of the year. Many more to come. Our conference schedule is very busy from now until August, and so know that we'll be flying around doing different things and drumming up business. So I wanted to thank everybody this week for the folks who actually went out on YouTube and left messages. I tried to reply to those. Thank you so much for doing that. I saw more subscribers come in. Thank you for that as well. That's a very, very big deal. What a great place to just have a conversation about these things. And it just tells me that you're actually watching these videos, which makes me very happy. So I hope you have a great week. I hope you're really focusing. I'm looking forward to seeing the folks in Tampa. And as all of you know, we have a lot of deadlines in front of us, a lot of hard work, but great work to have. And our company's growing very quickly. I think we're even going to have a few more new people to introduce. One thing that was brought up in a messaging to me was that we're not posting our positions. We will begin doing that from now on. So before we hire from now on, other than these one we've offered a job to, we are going to put an email out to the entire group and let them know the position that we're looking for. And if anybody has any candidates, we absolutely want to talk to them. How we find our next best employee is by hiring the friends and family of the current awesome employees we have. I mentioned that in the last video. So I apologize for that. And we are going to change our ways, and probably we'll put some more detail out in SharePoint as time goes on. But for now, just expect an email if we have any more positions we need to fill. So with that in mind, have a great week. Don't forget to subscribe and leave comments.